Thank you so much for joining us. We're so excited to be talking to you. I mean, congratulations on everything. This has been amazing to watch from the beginning, from January, like literally the day that it started popping off, like every day since. It's been so cool.
Yeah, it's been so surreal. And thank you so much for having me. Yeah, it's really exciting.
Yeah, we're doing a radio.com check-in right now with Olivia Rodrigo. I mean, how does it feel today? Even like months later after driver's license dropped, does it still like have that feeling to you where like, I can't believe this is still going like this?
I truly it doesn't actually register in my brain as real life. Like I feel like it's like a glitch in the simulation that all of this stuff is happening. Like yesterday I found out it's number one for like 7 weeks or something like that. Like that is crazy to me. And it's just been so exciting. It's, obviously every songwriter's dream to write a song that's really, vulnerable and passionate and have it be well received. So yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. And I mean, I think it's one of those too that like got a lot of people's attention because of like its incredible rise. But then you listen to it and you're like, no, I get it. Like, of course. It makes
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that.
How did you feel about the SNL sketch? I watched it like as it was happening on TV. I didn't even watch it after, and I was like jaw dropped and dying.
I was like absolutely floored. I was screaming. I think being made fun of and parodied on SNL is the biggest compliment in the whole world. So that was so surreal. I actually had no idea that it was, going to be on there. Somebody like told me, they're like, oh, I think maybe like SNL is going to like talk about driver's license a little. And I was like, that's so cool that they're going to like mention it in like a skit about something else. Never in my wildest dreams did I think that they were going to do a driver's license sketch where like they played driver's license. They played like the entirety of driver's license. And Pete Davidson, who was my biggest celebrity crush, was singing it and compared me to Taylor Swift, who is my idol. Like it was just insane. It was on my 18th birthday too. So it was just crazy day.
I was going to ask, was that planned or was that just like magic?
Just magic. Maybe they planned it, but I don't think so. Like there was just some cosmic, connection. I don't know.
That's amazing. And I don't even think they were like making fun of it. Like they were just like going in on like how crazy the hype has been and how insane it is. It just made me die when they were like going in on the little things that it was about. Like she kind of sounds like Taylor Swift. She kind of sounds like that.
Right. And like the punchline of the whole thing, which I think is so awesome, was that driver's license affects everyone, regardless of age or gender. Like you don't have to be a teenage girl to sort of resonate with it. And that's kind of been my favorite part about watching driver's license kind of, go off into the world is like so many people come up to me and they're like, oh, I'm like, I'm like an older person and I've been married for like 30 years. But like this song brings me back to like when I broke up with my girlfriend in high school. You know what I mean? It's like, it's really special that song can kind of transport people to that place. And so I thought it was really cool that SNL sort of made a sketch about that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've loved every performance that you've done of it too, by the way. I mean, is it hard performing something that's so emotional and personal to you?
You know what? I think it would be hard for me to perform something that wasn't emotional and personal. That's just like who I am. I just like love like being super vulnerable and like really into it. I'm such an actor and I just love emotions and I just lay it on thick all the time. So I think it would honestly be unnatural for me to do anything different.
Yeah. When you think back on this song far in the future, what feeling is it going to give you, do you think? Will it remind you of the subject that it was written about? Or do you think it'll remind you of just like this incredible thing that's happened with this song?
Sure. I mean, I think everyone really remembers their first song that they ever put out. This is like truly my first song that I've ever released on my own. So, and all of the people who have been responding to it have just been so gracious and wonderful. And like I said, that's just the biggest dream as a songwriter, to write something that I really liked and I helped me through a hard time, and to have that help other people through a hard time. I think, I'll remember that forever.
Yeah, it's amazing. Well, and obviously there's been a response song. Would you ever do a response song to the response song?
Oh, it's an interesting question. I actually don't know her at all. I think we've met once or twice in passing, but I've never had a conversation with her. So I don't think I could write a song that was meaningful or emotional about somebody that I don't know. But I think artists should be able to write about whatever they want to write about.
Yeah, and clearly a lot of incredible artists have noticed this song. Is there anybody else? Obviously, we know the Taylor Swift thing, which was amazing. But has anybody else that you're just like such a fan of reached out to let you know how incredible this is?
Right. So I'm the biggest Lorde fan. My first two albums that I like had on vinyl were Taylor Swift's Red and Lorde Pure Heroine, and they're just like two of my favorite artists of all time. And Lorde doesn't have social media, but Lorde's sister like reached out to me and was like, "My sister and I love the song," and I was like, "Oh my god, that's crazy!" So yeah, that was incredible, and yeah, like Phoebe Bridgers, I'm the big Phoebe Bridgers fan. She like commented on my happy birthday post on Instagram, and so that was cool. And yeah, it's just so surreal to like have my idols become my peers so quickly. It's just insane.
Has any of them given you any advice for like how to deal with all that's happening right now with like just how quickly it's rising and everything else that's coming to you?
Yeah. So I got a letter from Taylor Swift last night, which was insane.
Last night?
Yeah, last night I like opened it for the first time, so I'm still like reeling.
I was gonna say, are you on it now?
Sorry?
Are your tears like staining the
literally my tears are on it. My like snot from like sobbing my eyes out are on it.
You gotta laminate
incredible.
It before it gets ruined.
And I love her, and one of my favorite lyrics of hers is past me, I'd like to tell you not to get lost in these petty things. Your nemesis will defeat themselves before you get the chance to swing. It's in Long Story Short off of Evermore. And so she wrote about like that in her letter a little bit. She's like, I think we make our own luck. And I think when you're kind to people and, you know, do what's right, it like always comes back to you in the best ways. So yeah, I just adore her. And that's what I've literally been thinking about since I opened that thing last night. It's the only thing in my brain. So
I literally have chills for you right now, like knowing that like the Taylor like love kept coming to you.
Yeah, I know. Crazy. I actually like can't talk about it. I'm like going to cry. It's like so like insane. I can't even comprehend.
Of course. I mean, were you apprehensive to put out such like a personal song that you knew kind of people would make the connection to what it's about?
Yeah, I don't think about how my songs are going to be perceived when I write them. I think if I did that, all of my songs would be bad. So yeah, I just write from the heart and write what's going on in my life, and the rest is out of my control.
That's a really mature way to look at it too, because if you would like get in your head of like, oh, what's this person going to think? What's that person's going to think? You would have never had this kind of magic, you know?
Right. Exactly.
So how does it feel like now, like having this song been the most incredible bar you could ever set for yourself, probably having to work on more music?
Yeah. I'm literally going to the studio like after this, right? Like today. So, yeah, I mean, I would be lying if I said I didn't feel like any pressure after Driver's License, but, I really just like don't write songs, for them to chart or to even put them out. I really just love writing songs. Like it's my absolute favorite thing in the whole world to do. And I've been doing it since I could speak. And so, you know, all of the success that Driver's License has gotten is just incredible, but I just write songs because I love writing songs. You know what I mean?
Well, and you did Driver's License rather quickly, right? Like I think I heard you like wrote it and like did everything for it like pretty quick. Yeah, it was pretty quick. It was like sort of a building process. Like I wrote like the first verse and the chorus, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I like came back the next day and wrote the second verse. And then I took it to my producer, Dan Nigro, who's one of my favorite collaborators. And we wrote the bridge together and kind of polished it up. So it was like a kind of a collaborative process, which was awesome. And, I had so much fun making it. So it's super cool that, you know, it's resonated the way it has. Yeah. And I mean, it's just important to think like how quickly you did that and just how great it did. And, you know, maybe not have to overthink something in the future too.
Right. Yeah. You know, songs are successful because they're from the heart. So I just got to keep doing that, I guess.
Yeah. So, well, obviously you're heading to the studio today. What's next for you?
Yeah. I'm going to keep on making music. I have a project coming out this year, which I can't talk too much about, but I'm so excited for it. Going to graduate high school hopefully soon. Just chilling until then.
Oh, just casual, just have to graduate high school.
That's what I know. Oh my God, I'm dying. I want to get out so bad.
I feel bad. Are you guys not going to be able to do, like, do you go to formal high school or are you homeschooling?
Yeah, I've been homeschooled since I was like in 7th grade. So, you know, the whole online school thing isn't new to me. But yeah, no, it's all good. And, you know, this is my school right here.
Or something.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I know. I have to like make myself my own prom maybe one of these days.
Well, Olivia Rodrigo, it has been an absolute honor. I've been so excited to talk to you ever since this song came out. Congratulations on everything. It is so well deserved. And thank you for talking to us at radio.com.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
All right. Have a good day.
Bye, you too.